Bowman trying to work it around here. Akindelli subbed out now. Perry to King. East taking their sweet time here. Up by 13 already. No rush at all. 2:30 left in this first half. Perry trying to draw a foul under the rim there. East continues to just show how good of a passing team they are. Hayes to the corner. Still just working it around here. East in no hurry to even take a shot. Something Middletown struggles with are finding those open, clear shots, and East has no problem taking their time to find just that.
Yeah, they're in absolutely no hurry at all right now. Just keep moving the ball, just trying to get somebody to get open.
King back to Perry, and there is the foul. Middletown got a little impatient there. Akindelli will sub back in for this East offense. Daniels comes back in for Middletown. And now you've got East's two best scorers back out there. I think maybe it's time for them to take a shot.
Yeah, I think they have to. I mean, Middletown is going to come back like all teams do. It's just, can this offense stay steady and keep scoring points?
Continuing to work it around. East really owning the possession game here in the second quarter. Pulling up from three, and it is good for Brody Hayes, his first points of the night. East waited and got the shot they wanted, and now it's 28-12. A minute 20 before halftime as Landers tries to answer back, and it's no good. Rebound under the rim, no good as well, but two shots coming for J.D. Singletary.
And Jeremiah Landers, when he's open, it's going to fall every single time. On that one, he was not open. Luckily, I mean, Middletown gets the lucky rebound. It's going to get another two shots, and it feels like all of their points have come from the free throw line.
Singletary's first free throws of the season, and his first one is good. Number two, good as well. 28-14. East doubling the point total of Middletown at the moment. They've got a minute 14 to just kind of run this clock out going into halftime, where Middletown's going to have to make some adjustments, find a rhythm on offense. It seems like they've just been kind of passing it around aimlessly. They've got to find a solid game plan.
Yeah, Middletown right now has got to play some tighter D like they're doing. Cannot let East just pass around and waste the rest of this clock. Got to try to get something before halftime, but right now East is just finding guys. They're not rushing anything. That's another three.
Another three there for Brody Hayes. He's perfect so far. And East already above that 30-point mark going into halftime. 40 seconds left.
And they're just doing a great job of keeping the offense consistent.
Moving in here is Landers, and no problem there on the layup. 16 points the total for Middletown. They're trying to just scrape something here before halftime as 24 seconds left. As Perry under the rim to King. He's not going to get it there. Sorry, Smith with the layup opportunity. And now Middletown has 10 seconds to get some more points on the board before going into that locker room.
Might have wanted to see East take a little time there.
Landers is good directly under the rim, and there's the buzzer for halftime. Your score going in to the locker room, 31-18. We will stay live for you to see this firecracker halftime show. But for Max Erlenbeck, Lucas, we'll see you again in this second half. We welcome you back to the second half of the game. We apologize for technical difficulties. We were unaware from up here in the booth, but our streaming system did fail there for most of that first half. So we wanted to go live a little bit early before the second half. You got about 2 minutes before that ticks in to give you a little bit of a refresher on what happened in case you missed it. Starting off, the game started with a tech before the tip-off even occurred, giving East that 2-point lead, and they kind of ran with it in that first quarter, going up 9-1. Middletown was able to scrape their way back just a little bit, but going into halftime, after we went live, you saw Trey Perry having himself a game already up to 20 points in the first half, and he's looking to double that here, go up to 40 in the second half. But, man, Trey Perry was in there for all of the first half, didn't get a single break, and he took advantage.
Man, he really dominated. I mean, he was taking shots from everywhere, driving to the rim, shooting mid-range. Those three-pointers were falling, and East has done just an amazing job spreading the ball out, getting it to all their guys. The younger guys getting them opportunities. Already 2 threes taken by some of the sophomores and hitting them both. I mean, this East team has done a great job on defense as well. They've been locking down Middletown. There have been a lot of fouls called, but just Middletown has looked not comfortable down there. Some errant passes. They have gotten some steals, and Middletown has dominated when it's coming to rebounds. I mean, East's going to struggle with that when you don't really have a big man. Biggest guy on the starting 5 is P.J. McFarland, who already has 3 fouls in this one, so he's in a little bit of a foul trouble. Just got to go back, dominate this next half. Middletown's going to come back. It's just you got to keep this offense steady, scoring points. Cannot let Middletown come closer in this one. Keep the lead at it's at right now.
And while it may look like Middletown is struggling on Tuesday against Sycamore, they only scored 9 in the first half, so already doubling that. Middletown is dangerous at a halftime. They just looked disorganized in that first half, not able to find any rhythm, and East, on the other hand, on offense, everything was clicking. Even when passes got tipped, everybody was playing heads-up basketball and getting the ball into their playmakers, including Trey Perry, who, like we said, already has 20 points up there on the board. Your starting 5 coming out of halftime for East: Perry and Akindelli starting at guard. You've got McFarland at the center, and Washburn and Bauman round out that starting lineup. For Middletown, you've got Maldonado, Landers, Arajo, Shows, and Shields.
Yeah, and Middletown has the players. It's just their mentality. I mean, they jab at the opponents. They jab at their own teammates sometimes. Just doesn't really feel like they play as one coherent team.
Perry will get things started for East here in this second half. Washburn, Akindelli trying from mid-range. No good. Akindelli been quiet tonight, has some assists, but no points as of yet. Maldonado under the rim, tries the layup. He'll get fouled and get 2 shots. Middletown will have the opportunity to put the first points up on the board in this second half.
Yeah, it seemed like most of that first half, all of Middletown's points came from the free throw line, and it was only till late in the second period that they were able to really do what they wanted to do on offense. And starting off good here, going to get 2 free throws. I mean, they already knocked down the first one. East has got to maintain this lead.
And a storyline for East that's going to be reflected a lot this season. McFarland really the only big man out there for East, but what they don't have in size, they make up for with quickness and that passing ability. They can tire out these opposing defenses just passing it around them. Very smart team that East has on offense. They're moving it around here, trying to answer back those 2 free throws that were good for Maldonado. As Akindelli still in search of his first points, and there's a travel called on Akindelli.
Yeah, this East team does such a great job moving the ball around, waiting for their moment to strike. Just unfortunate that time that the travel was called. My voice, oh my.
Here is Maldonado taking it up the court. Trying to find something. Here's Narajo under the rim. A lot of contact, no foul, but he does get the 2 points from the shot. 31-22 now as Bowman takes it up the court.
He's going to have to find something here.
Akindelli, the transfer from West this season. He looked good earlier on, only 7 last week, but he got into foul trouble, and this time he will be sent to.
I don't believe he was fouled. I think they called it.
Yeah, that one's going to be on East.
And very slow start for East to come out of halftime like this. They started off strong the first half, and Middletown has been coming back. It's what they did against Sycamore. Got to avoid that here.
Maldonado trying to find something, and it's a problem that plagued East last year, coming slow out of halftime. Last season, they lost 5 games by less than 2 possessions, and they slipped on a 5-game losing streak, which ultimately got them out of contention for the GMC. A bobbled ball there, still loose, and it's going to be called a jump ball before Perry got on it, but it's still East possession regardless.
That was good defense there. A little bit of a bobble on the pass. Great job to jump on it. Make sure East gets that turnover.
East still in search of their first points of the second half. King now to Bowman. Bowman taking it up the court. East does such a good job of finding open passing lanes as Perry pulls up from just inside the three-point line. He goes up to 22 points, and I don't believe he's missed yet tonight. And that time, a lot of contact by Perry. They're going to call it on him. Maldonado getting a little too physical there. Middletown will maintain possession, and that's Perry's 3rd foul on the night.
Got to try to avoid those there. I mean, I thought that was a clean steal attempt, and for the first time, he's going to get subbed out.
Perry played the entire first half. Deserving of a break here as Landers dishes it in under the rim. Shows gets the 2 points. And Middletown now down by 9. They still have a big deficit to get out of, but they are now within 10 points. A lot of contact there. And a jump ball going to be called in favor of Middletown.
Middletown has come out swinging this second half, cutting the deficit down. I'm really interested they called a jump ball there.
Yeah, that was King double-teamed. Here's Maldonado taking it up the court. Atkins not happy with that possession. To the corner, Landers pulls up for 3, and it's perfect there from the corner. 33-27 now. They're only down by 6, and all of a sudden it's a 2-possession game. East has got to answer back. And a pretty much all backup lineup right now for East. All those top scorers are out. This depth really going to have to show for East now, as they do not want to let Middletown back in this game. King caressed again, and that time it's going to be a foul.
I mean, you can really feel it. Middletown has all the momentum right now. East got to find something to bring it back.
And that spark might be Mike Akindelli. The transfer from West comes back in, still in search of his first points. No better time to get him than right now. East has yet to score in the second half, and we are already only 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, apart from the Trey Perry mid-ranger, I mean, nothing has gone right for Lakota East to start this. Trying to get one there, though.
Good tip there by Smith. Smith is tripped up. No foul. Middletown ball.
Yeah, that did look clean to me. Big opportunity there for some momentum to be taken, but just fell down on the fast break.
J.J. Smith had the big opportunity there, just couldn't get it done, and a tip right back out there by Washburn. Washburn, one of the best defenders out there for that East team. He's playing press on Maldonado, who's kind of gotten hot coming into this second half. Landers will try to find something here. To the corner. Daniels, no good off the front of the rim. Fighting for the rebound on the floor It's a jump ball, and it's East possession.
That's big for East. Getting the ball there. Got to try and score here, though. I mean, they've come out so dry.
And East really got to get back in that rhythm they had in the first half. And even if your starters are out, you can't afford to go this long without a score against a team like Middletown.
And honestly, despite the 3 fouls, I'm a little shocked Trey Perry is not back out on the court. There's a 3, though.
The 3 ball, no good. Brody Hayes was 2 for 2 in the first half from beyond the arc, but that time he can't get it. And now Maldonado trying to counter. Landers thought about pulling it up from 3. He'll take it himself from mid-range off the front of the rim, fighting for the rebound. Here's Bowman to Akindelli, who's got an open lane, and he can't slam it. Luckily there for the rebound is Hayes. The brick off the front of the rim was almost a disaster. Heads up play by Hayes to get the 2 points regardless. And Middletown will take a timeout. Man, what a series of events there. Finally, East able to put some points back on the board after really failing to get any momentum coming out of halftime.
Hey, Coach Adkins not happy with the dunk attempt there, yelling at Akindelli on the side there. That would have been electric if he got the dunk down. Luckily, though, still get the rebound, putting up the points. For me, I love to see dunks. I love to see the electric plays, but I feel like in this situation, your offense has come out so dry. I think you just got to go for the layup there. Lucky that they still got it.
Yeah, maybe trying to build some chemistry with this student section here in the home opener. The dunk from Akindelli looked like it might happen. Just barely couldn't get up high enough. And it'll be interesting to see what East changes up playbook-wise. What they had in the first half was working, but they just really haven't had any possession of the ball in the second half so far. Middletown's really run things on the floor.
Yeah, and they've gelled a lot better with their offense. They're finding the open lanes, they're passing it more, and they're taking good shots, and the shots that they are taking are falling. And this lead has been cut down to just 8. East is going to have to keep building on what they had on the last possession. Some more starters coming out, though. I believe it's still the same unit. I honestly am a little shocked Trey Perry hasn't come in yet.
And Perry looks like he'll stretch things out there on the sideline. Maldonado will start taking it up the court. A lead that was 14 got down to 6 here in the second quarter. Luckily, Akindelli and Hayes' effort got those 2 points back. And that time, a foul called on the rebound. It's going to be on Smith.
That is just unfortunate. I mean, rebounds are hard to come by, especially defensive rebounds. They're scarce for this East team, and that is just so unfortunate that they called that a foul, and he'll get 2 free shots.
In the bonus is Middletown. First free throw there from Singletary is good. He continues to be perfect on the year. He had no free throws coming into this one, but he's 3 for 3 here so far. That one off the front of the rim. Akindelli, a lot of contact, but it'll still be East ball. 7-point game.
I mean, I think East got a little lucky there. I saw a shove, but hey, we'll take it.
And there he is. Trey Perry will sub back in after going out early in this third quarter. East in need of another scoring run. Don't want to let Middletown get too comfortable and start to come back. Perry not happy with what that offense is doing. A little bit of miscommunication. To the middle, Akindelli feeds it in to Smith. Back out to the corner. Bowman on the baseline. Back to Smith. And he's rejected by Shows, but there is a shooting foul. And now East will get 2 shots as a result. J.J. Smith will go to the line for the first time this season as well. Perry subs back out once again. Free throw is good.
I think they're going to call that a goaltend.
Yeah, it was a
plus the
goaltend.
foul.
So now back up by 10 is East, and they've got a little bit more of a comfortable lead. Maldonado moving it around. And a good strip there. Smith has an open lane, and it is good. A physical finish by Smith under the rim. He had shows all over him, but it didn't matter. Daniels trying to answer back now. Middletown has lost that momentum that they built up as that one is stripped, but it's going to be called a foul on the floor. Akindelli.
I mean, it has been a little bit since I've watched a basketball game. I mean, the first time that we're commentating this year, but I feel like that whistle has been blown a whole lot this game.
Yeah, a lot of floor fouls tonight. A lot of physical play under the rim. We've seen most of those scores come from mid-range or the three-point line or that free throw line. Not a lot going underneath the rim, and that is credited to this physical play we've seen. Smith will sub out. Perry comes in. DJ Samuels for the first time tonight out there on the court. Shows free throw is no good. And now East will try to extend their lead. They're already up by 11. Strong pass there to Samuels. Here's Akindelli from three. Can't get it. Ball still in the air. Perry comes down with the rebound. And East will slow things down, trying to find something open on offense. Perry rushing in, and he's fouled on the shot attempt. He'll go to the line.
It's just so hard to guard Trey Perry. I mean, you have to foul him or else he will score.
Perry's perfect from the free throw line so far tonight. He's 80% on the season. And good on that one as well. Up to 23 in this game. Trying to get that 30-point game stretch to 3. East last week came away with a win against Oak Hills, and they start the season off 3-0. They've looked good so far on offense this season, and that defense is really starting to come alive as well.
Yeah, they're first in the GMC in scoring, and they've played some good opponents. I mean, Sycamore is not what they were last year, losing their 6'11" center. But they played Oak Hills, who is a very well-coached basketball team, and they came out with a win there. So you got to be excited for the rest of this year and what's to come for this East basketball team. Shields
was able to get the layup there. We're back to an 11-point game here in the Hawks' Nest. That time, the first real miscommunication we've seen passing the ball for East. And Middletown gets another chance on offense. He's been effective so far, making sure that all those passes reach their destinations. And I mean, Coach Atkins stresses it a lot. Passing is this team's DNA. The pass there over the head of King, still fighting under the rim, and Landers gets it to go. Akindelli down the sideline, gets fouled up the court, and Perry looks like he'll sub back in. A lot of Middletown fans have come out for tonight's game. Seems like Middletown, one of those fan bases that travels well, and they've got a lot of fans upset with that call. Here's Bowman trying to make some magic happen. To the corner, Akindelli still scoreless so far. Here from the corner, Hayes back to Bowman.
And Middletown is playing with a lot more urgency right now.
And a lot of contact, still fighting.
I mean, they know that they're going to have to keep playing physical.
It was a jump ball. It was almost stretching towards a tech, and they will give the foul to East. Too much contact there. We see this from Middletown a lot. Just too much of a lack of discipline, getting too much in their heads, and we saw it right there. Would have got the jump ball their way, but a little extra contact on Perry at the end out of frustration means he'll go to the line. He misses his first free throw of the night, though.
Yeah, Middletown just playing with a lot more urgency right now. I mean, they know that they're going to have to keep playing physical if they want to come back in this one. But that is rare miss from Trey Perry. Knocks down the next one.
1 for 2 on that set of free throws. Less than a minute left here in this third quarter. East still keeping that lead to around 10. They're up by 9 at the moment. Middletown looked like they were coming out strong from halftime. It kind of slowed down. And already, Kenny Green subbed in for the first time tonight and immediately checked a man right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there. I mean, I've seen that a couple times from Middletown. Just no discipline down there. I'm not sure what that was at all.
Confusing play there. Singletary looks like he wants to sub back in for Middletown. And he does. Green came in for about 0.1 second there, and he's already back out after that foul.
Well, you can't just go up and shove somebody when your team's trying to score. I mean, you're down by 10. That is just not a smart move.
Perry will run the offense coming out of this possession. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. To the top of the key. Hayes taking his sweet time. No pressure at all from Middletown. Maldonado will now come up. Hayes to the middle. Akindelli for three. And he finally gets it there. 46 points now for East. And Akindelli gets those long-awaited points. Middletown trying to answer back. Landers, their most dangerous scorer. Under the rim, can't contain his balance. Fast break now for Perry. One man to beat, goes up. And he can't get it, but there is a shooting foul. He'll get 2 shots from the line.
Getting a little worried here. Middletown is starting to come back, but Trey Perry comes back into the ball game, and it's entirely different. This East team is playing with so much fire right now. A big opportunity to score some more points before this third period ends, going into the fourth with keeping that big lead that they had.
Akindelli finally got his first points there as well, helping out there. So Perry's first shot from the line, good on that possession. Akindelli will sub out along with Washburn. Perry's second free throw is good as well, 48-33, and now East has a dominating 15-point lead here with 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Middletown will probably just chuck one up here, hoping for a buzzer beater. Maldonado taking it up. Clock to 1 second, puts it up. The buzzer beater no good. So we'll go to the fourth quarter. Your score, 48-33. East came out a little bit slow out of halftime, but they look demanding going into the final quarter of this game. We welcome you back to the Hawks Nest. It's the home opener here for the Lakota East Thunderhawks. 48-33 your score at the moment. East took a dominating lead towards the end of the third quarter. They came out a little bit flat out of halftime, but they really picked things up there. Perry and Akindelli stepped it up at the end of the quarter, and they've got a 15-point cushion now as Middletown will start with the ball in this fourth period, trying to put something on the board here in desperation. Shields to Landers. Landers can't get the three-pointer to go, and now Perry's charging down. Contact there. Got shoulder check there on the fast break. Middletown just trying to limit the damage.
And that was a rare miss from Jeremiah Landers. I mean, when he is open, it almost always falls. But East has done a great job this second half getting more rebounds than they did in the first. They've controlled these possessions. Just looking to put it away here.
Taking it up, Hayes. McFarland back in now. Had some foul trouble earlier on, wanted to rest him for the fourth quarter, and here he is in the game. Perry got it now. Rushing in, the layup is good from Perry. He's up to 29, right on the door of that 30-point game once again.
Definitely looking like he's going to get it, and that'll be 3 straight games with 30 points, exceeding all expectations right now.
Dishing it around is Middletown, trying to find something. Narajo. Here is Shields from beyond the arc, and the air ball there, no good. It's going to be East ball, and Perry now has the chance to go up to 30 points, and East is now up to 50 on the board.
I mean, for a Middletown fan, you got to be a little disappointed. I mean, with the start to this whole season, I mean, you're 1-3. You definitely have the talent to be a great team. It's just not as disciplined as you want to be. That's really what has them struggling to start the season.
Perry will start with it here. To the bucket. He gets the 30 and 1. 31 points on the night for Trey Perry. One more coming from the line. And, man, he's been all over the floor tonight. Over half of these East points coming from Trey Perry.
Looking a lot like that Oak Hills game. Trey Perry had 31 of East's 59 points in that one. Already he has 31 of East's 52. I mean, despite him scoring the bulk of the majority of all these points, this East team, they play as a unit. They spread the ball out. Probably one of the best passing teams in the GMC. It's not all Trey Perry, despite it might seem that way.
Maldonado under the rim, no good. Trying to put it back up is Middletown. They can't caress it. Fast break now, Akindelli. The pass was tipped there from Bowman. A little bit ahead of themselves. And Middletown now playing with some clear urgency. They're down 20 now with 6:23 to go. This is desperation time.
Yeah, going to need something. I mean, it's going to have to start, I feel like, on this possession right here if you really want to spark this comeback. They did a great job against Sycamore, down big at halftime, coming all the way back to make that game close. But this one, not as explosive to start the half, and they're playing a much better team in Lakota East than Sycamore.
Here's Bowman to Akindelli in the corner. He's double-teamed. Perry's wide open. He wanted the ball. Didn't get it. East doing a good job moving it around. Bowman pulls up from 3. No problem from beyond the arc. 56 points now for East, and a timeout called by Middletown. They've got to talk things over here with 5:57 left in the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to the fourth quarter of this matchup. Lakota East up 56-33 on the Middletown Middies. Home opener looking pretty good so far. East has kind of just owned time of possession in the first, second, and fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're going to be on the road a lot to start this year. I believe after this, it is a 5-game stretch on the road. Going to have to keep this momentum. If they're able to hold on, they will move to 4-0 and will stay at the top of the GMC. They are playing
the shot no good from mid-range there by Landers, and now Perry on the fast break has got Akindelli in the middle, but he'll take it himself. 2 more points added to his tally. He's up to 34. Middletown trying to answer back. Landers double-teamed. Under the basket there, a foul on Deshaun Shows will let him get 2 shots at the line. And Perry now has beaten his point total from this Tuesday against Oak Hills. You mentioned that road stretch. On Tuesday next week, East does go on the road against Princeton. One of the favorites to win the GMC. Princeton, always a tough matchup in basketball.
Yeah, and in football as well. I mean, it just seems like they have great athletics every year. They were middle of the road last year for basketball, but a lot of those guys becoming juniors and seniors, they feel that they have a real special team this year and can take the GMC crown.
Deshaun Shows is good on both of his free throws. East looking to just take their time here. They've got a pretty hearty lead over the Middies right now. Perry in the middle to Akindelli, who takes another 3, no good. East fighting for the rebound, and they will get it. Perry now at the baseline, back out to Bowman. And they'll slow things down once again, just trying to run some clock here.
Yeah, just slow this game down. Don't need to be too quick. Got the big lead. Just keep working that clock. Make Middletown go after you.
Just playing a game of keep away at the moment. Back to Washburn. And that pass is tipped. Middletown will get a chance now. Narajo takes it himself. He's fouled going up, and he'll get the and one. So for the first time tonight, Middletown gets a chance for an and one bucket and a 3-point play.
I mean, despite this possible three-point play, I mean, they're still down by 20 points with just 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. East is just going to keep draining that clock. And East has played just great defense. Despite all the fouls, Middletown has just been not in a groove at all. And a little bit of contact down there with P.J. McFarland.
Yeah, no foul, just a little bit of tripping really there. McFarland already's got 4 fouls, does not want to foul out here, even with the big lead. Perry gets through that line of defenders, slings it underneath to McFarland, and McFarland will get his 4th points of the game. Maldonado pulls up from 3, and he'll get him. His second 3-pointer there. Maldonado's up to 10. Recovering a little bit from a slow game last time against Sycamore. Some back and forth shooting, but it is too late for anything really to affect the outcome here. Akindelli dishes it out underneath, and fouled there is Washburn. He'll go to the line. For Middletown, they play pretty much a gimme game against Coleraine at home on Tuesday. Coleraine has had a few rough years of athletics on the football field and on the basketball court, and they haven't looked much better this week. So Middletown obviously looks like they're going to lose this one, but they have the opportunity to bounce back on Tuesday.
Yeah, and they really are going to need to. Starting the season 1-4, they're going to have to find something. I mean, if this team is just able to get more disciplined and avoid these fouls, pass the ball more, they can be really special. They have the players. They can score a lot of points. It'll be Ashton Washburn's 3rd missed free throw of the year, just 1 for 4. Missed 2 in the first game.
Here's Landers trying to work it in, and that time it's going to be Smith who draws the charge. So no points for Middletown there. East maintains that 20-point lead. 3:29 left here. And even this late into the game, East continuing to execute on a high level, playing with high pressure, and they do not look tired out, which is a great sign for a team this early in the season.
Yeah, just playing with confidence. They don't have to score quick. They can just drain out the clock. Middletown going to be forced to play tighter defense against Trey Perry, and the way this team passes, though, it's going to be really hard, especially for teams later in the season. If East gets up big on you, it's going to be really hard to try and come back on them, just the way that they're so effective passing the ball.
Smith under the rim, gets two more, 63-41. East just running up the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, exhibit A right there. Just moving the ball, get their lane, make the easy layup.
That time Narajo's shot no good. East again will slow things down, dribbling it up the court. And we've seen flashes from Middletown so far where they look like if they can just hone in those mistakes, like you said, play more disciplined, they have a chance to compete with these better teams, but just a little bit too undisciplined as there again to the line is Trey Perry.
I mean, Trey Perry has really had just a special night. I mean, every game he's just putting up more and more and more points. Already have 34, trying to make it 36 with these two free throws. I mean, what's next? Next game, is he going to drop 40?
I mean, he's already on pace. He might do it tonight if it stays up like this.
It is possible. I mean, he had 20 in the first half. Was benched a lot for the third period.
And the Miami commit, obviously making those coaches at Miami excited for what's to come when he moves on to that next level. Perry looks a little shaken up. He'll come out here. Looks like he's got a cramp to deal with there on the sideline. We might not see him again tonight, but man, he has had a game. Maldonado to Landers. Landers has the opportunity for an open three, and he airballs it rarely. You don't see Landers miss those opportunities very often, but this just been an off night for him.
Yeah, I mean, he is really special from the three-point line, and just a little bit off tonight. East doing a great job playing physical with him, not letting him get comfortable taking those shots.
So East maintains possession. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Pretty much all the starters have now sat back down on the bench, and they'll let some of these backups dribble out this clock. Have to say, though, even for not being first team, these guys all seem to be on the same page. There's definitely not a lack of chemistry between any of these guys.
No, not at all. I mean, even when they're young, I mean, a little mess up there.
There's the interception there, and a late dunk by Chandler Shields, the first one we saw tonight. Akindelli tried to dunk it earlier, couldn't get it to go. A little bit of magic here late in the game, and that one a foul. Going up for the shot was Smith. Smith been physical here in the second half, not afraid of drawing those fouls.
Nah, he's been a very physical player. I mean, he is only a freshman, and he's already 6'4". I mean, you got to be excited about this kid, J.J. Smith. He's gotten a lot of minutes, even at his young age. I mean, he could be real special in the years to come. His
first free throw is good. And he's been pretty effective from that free throw line. I believe the only miss coming from that one errant shot by Trey Perry. Second one good as well. Samuels will sub in here late. Washburn comes out. And now Middletown, and we'll try to just find something here late maybe to take into next game. Try some new things out here as Maldonado tries to take it himself. There's another foul. He'll get 2 shots. Man, these refs have been busy tonight.
And they really have. It has been foul city.
And even with all these fouls, it's still surprising to see no one has been officially fouled out.
I am shocked about that, too. It seems like there's been enough fouls called to foul everybody out of this game.
First shot by Maldonado was no good. The second one is. He's up by 23, minute 30 left. Pass there to King. King will take it up. A lot of pressure from this Middletown defense right now. late burst of energy for the Middies.
And if only they played like this in that first quarter.
Yeah, a real lack of, it seemed like a desire to win. There just really wasn't one in that first half. Middletown just kind of lacked that execution they needed, that drive, which East took advantage of, going up by a lot. 14 was the deficit in halftime.
Yeah, and getting a little worried that third period, I mean, Middletown was starting to come back, but East figured it out, pulled away. And that's just been the story of this game. Middletown just could never get something going consistently on offense.
Tip ball fielded by Middletown. Clock ticks below 40. Maldonado just pulls one up from deep. That one's not going to be good. Maybe not the smartest shot there, but at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter. And East now has the chance to just dribble out this clock.
With just 20 seconds left. Fans are starting to file out. This bench is on its feet, ready to shake hands. And East will start the season 4-0.
What a start for this Thunderhawk team. I mean, they've looked dominant in most of their games. And even that game last week was pretty close. But ultimately, some fouls didn't go their way, which what led to that only 9-point win. But still, East with a dominant win here against Middletown. They've looked good here all season, and in the home opener, they looked even better. We thank you so much for watching. I want to give a shout out to all of our athletic boosters, as well as our sponsors, Butler Tech. And want to give a shout out to Lakota East Broadcasting for making this stream possible. I'm Max Earl. With me is Beck Lucas. Next week on Tuesday, East travels to Princeton to take on those Vikings. Should be a fun matchup, while Middletown will have to soak in this loss, but they have a chance to bounce back next week against Colerain. We thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.